man,
Well, no, he hit him, and they didn't throw the penalty.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's the deal. Like, I mean, that play transpired, and he commits that penalty, and no flag is thrown. And not only was it pass interference, it probably could have been a targeting call too.
Yeah, it was head. So,
and it cost the Saints a trip to the Super Bowl.
It did.
Now you did some digging after the game, and what was the rule that you found about the commissioner?
That the commissioner can, upon himself, change the outcome of the game if he wished to, as long as that outcome was affected by a penalty and the ball would not have had another opportunity to be turned over, i.e., if that penalty would have taken place, that would have been the spot of the foul. And then since there was less than 2 minutes left and that would be first down, they could kneel on the ball and be done with it.
They could have kneeled on the ball and run the clock out.
Right.
Or they could have kneeled on the ball and scored some points.
Right. Well, I think they would have had to kneel on the ball, first down, second down, third down, to bring up fourth down and just a few seconds left in which they could kick it. And even if they got the seconds down just enough, even if they could do that, and it was blocked, it's highly doubtful that the Rams would have had the opportunity to come back. So
the end game is we're into Tuesday, and has the NFL announced anything?
No, and if he was going to do something, he would have already done it.
Right. So the Saints got totally butt fucked. The Saints the Saints should be going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it should be the Saints in Kansas City. To be honest with you.
Now let's bring up the other game, the Chiefs and the Patriots. And I've had I had somebody point this out to me years ago that it was awful and weird that the Patriots won the Super Bowl the same year that 9/11. And somebody presented that to me as like that was a very calculated. I thought it was fucking crazy. But then you look at the things that have transpired with the Patriots, and then there's a blown call in that game that ends up with the Patriots winning. I don't really like how the NFL is.
Well, now that's not really a blown call on the Patriots side. That was not a blown call. Number 55, I can't remember his name, was lined up in the neutral zone, and
that should have been a flag.
Well, it was a flag, but
I didn't see that.
It was basically a free play for Brady. He throws the ball, Kansas City intercepts, runs the ball back about 20 or 30 yards, only to have it brought back because of the flag of number 55.
Yeah, that's. I just really feel like I think that the commission in the hierarchy of the NFL, I think they've ruined football, man. I really do.
Well, here's another one for conspiracy theorists.
Give that to me.
Yeah, the referee who was on that play right there by where that infraction happened that was overthrown is a former Rams player.
Is that a true story?
Yeah, the referee's former Rams. So, for you conspiracy theorists,
which I am,
right? ...
Yeah. Jesus, and that was just the beginning of the week. I mean,
yeah, it pretty much was. And
I mean, we're into Tuesday, and we have so much to talk about that we're recording a podcast 24 hours early because there's just so much shit going on.
Yeah, and if there's more shit that happens between now and Friday, we'll record another one and done. I don't give a fuck.
I ain't scared.
Nope. But I do have a question. You know, we were talking back and forth in the game, and you were like, "What are you eating?" I was like, "Man, I'm having a bologna and egg sandwich."
Oh, dude,
there's
that opened up a whole nother realm of conversation.
Yeah, because there's so many things you can do with eggs.
Like, tell me there's not. Like, eggs are one of those items that you can have for any meal of the day, and there's so many things you can do with them.
Right. I mean, breakfast.
You can fry them. You can scramble them. You can make a sandwich out of them.
Poach them.
I mean, lunch rolls around. You can make just like you had bologna and egg sandwich. Eggs are a staple in people's houses.
You can have boiled eggs in a salad.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking on that direction. Yeah. You're right. I mean, there's so many ways you can prepare an egg to make a meal out of it. Like that's the sole reason that I want to have chickens in the backyard of Camp Shiner. Like that's a source of food that you can do 1,000 fucking things with.
Sure.
Eggs Benedict, or I can scramble them up, put some sausage with them, and make a breakfast taco.
Yeah, I mean, cake would be chocolate bread without them.
That's a very true statement.
Yeah.
Cake would be chocolate bread without them. Eggs are like the quintessential item that you should always have because you can entertain people with eggs.
And then there's quiche.
Which is like a whole nother food group.
And frittatas.
Oh, shit. You're getting deep now. Oh, my God.
Dessert.
I've actually seen people that do something with them and make taco shells out of them.
Yeah, well, Taco Bell had that shit for a while.
Did they?
Naked egg taco.
I mean, come on now. Like, tell me that doesn't sound delicious.
I tried it and it actually wasn't that good, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I mean, you know...
Okay, well, look good on paper.
A lemon pie would be boring as fuck without an egg. Because you got to have meringue.
You couldn't make meringue without eggs.
Same way with, any custard pie? You want to talk about egg yolks?
Well, fuck. You couldn't have frozen custard without eggs.
Nope.
Who doesn't love frozen custard? That's like a delicacy to fucking foreign nations.
Yeah, you couldn't have creme brulee. There's no hollandaise sauce without it. Nothing.
Eggs. I'm going to vote for eggs for the next president of the United States.
Yeah, just the egg.
Eggs.
At least they'll be middle of the road. Not like us lately. Jesus Christ, you know, we pride ourselves in trying to be middle of the road.
Yeah, that's a touchy subject with me.
Because the opposite side of the road is not giving us much to go with here. I mean, the opposite side of the road is just gone cray-cray.
Tiddy, I'll say this, man. Like I've always said, I'm not going to speak for you, but I've always said that I'm very middle of the road, but I lean right.
Right.
But it's like you just said, man, the left's not giving me anything I can work with.
No. You know, I mean, if we were going to talk something like recycling, you know.
I can get on board with that.
We're big recyclers. We're big upcyclers, you know.
Man, I love to make shit other shit and put it in my house.
Yeah, it's less shit in the landfill. It's less shit somebody else has got to deal with. You know, I'm all up for that. You know, I'm also completely in favor of a woman's choice is a woman's choice. You know,
yeah, very much so. That's the one thing about hard right that I don't agree with is abortion is wrong.
Oh, there's a bunch that I don't agree with. You know, in welfare, I believe welfare if it's used as a hand up and not a handout.
But there's somewhere along the way in the road that it quit being used as a help up.
Exactly.
Or a hand up. I mean, it's now a handout. And that's becoming huge. You and I were joking on the phone the other day. SNAP benefits for the month of February were given out early. And I said, man, there's a whole lot of people going to go hungry in that month. And there's a whole lot of dope addicts. They aren't going to be able to buy fucking dope, you know, because I mean, that's a sad truth is people use SNAP benefits to buy dope. Well, and you made a statement. Trump probably didn't realize he was doing it, but there's a lot of people getting ready to get clean.
At least clean for a little while.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you know, now this shit it's affecting the Indian Health Service. Even though that was a treaty that was signed many years ago that has to be paid, it's probably not going to get paid. You know, look at me. Look at the veterans side. You know, look at the VA system.
God,
what's going to go on there? Do we have any VA workers now that are furloughed that still go to their jobs? If so, God bless you.
Yeah, man. Points to you. If that's what you're doing, points to you, man. Nothing but straight respect for that.
But my God, we've got stuff from Pelosi to the MAGA kid. I mean, just between the two of those, we have a whole show. And then we have more shit to talk about. But Pelosi rejecting the POTUS's offer before he even made it.
Okay, yeah, he's going to make an offer, and he hasn't even went on television to inform the people what his offer is. And fucking Pelosi has already said it's not acceptable. Well, who's the fucking problem in this fucking equation? Tell me that.
Well, I mean, it was kind of funny to think about it, but it's not funny in the grand scheme of things when she's circling the freaking airport and he's like, nope, not going to get on my plane today.
It's literally become it's come to a point that it is like schoolyard fucking. Oh yeah, I'll one up you. I mean, and that's the American government behaving that way.
Yeah. So people, get your heads together. Let's find a resolution to this, and let's finish it. You're starting to agree. Yeah, you're starting to affect families. You're starting to affect.
Well, I know the Coast Guard didn't get a paycheck. Is that all armed forces are not getting a paycheck? I know the Coast Guard is not getting paid.
I don't know.
I mean, like, come on. Like, can we not give a little bit on this deal? I mean, I do think Trump, he scored points in, okay, I'll give some DACA people, some leeway. I'll give some Dreamers some leeway. That's what they wanted 6 months ago. 6 months ago, Pelosi and Schumer, that's all they wanted. Which Schumer, oh man, I'm going to get on a tangent here. Schumer stands up there like he is.
I don't even know what he looks like anymore because he's had his head up Pelosi's ass ever since.
Get your head out of Pelosi's ass, bro. Schumer stands up there like he's the most moral fucking person in the world. And, a wall's not moral. It does all this shit. Well, hey, Schumer, how moral was it when they opened fucking Heidi Fleiss's black book and your fucking name was in it? What about those days?
What?
Like, how moral was that, asshole? Like, a wall's not fucking moral, but I can fucking pay Heidi Fleiss's chicks to suck my dick and it's okay?
Hey, Schumer.
Come on.
Hey, Schumer, what day is it? Schumer, what day is it? It's hump day.
Hump day.
Whoop, whoop.
Come on, man. I mean, let's quit being hypocrites. Let's open the fucking government. Let people live their life and provide for their fucking family. And you know what? If the end all is Trump builds a wall, more power to him. A smart wall I don't need video from drones of fucking people coming across the border. I need a fucking steel structure that stops their asses from coming over here.
You know what we need?
Tell me.
To play this wall like Chutes and Ladders.
Dude, that's a very good theory.
Like you get up to that
how
wall
would you put that
and you just
play?
About get over that wall. Well, I'm going to slide you back 200 miles.
Game on.
Try again. We just slide you back in a
ladders wall. That's what we need.
You'll land in the seat of a bus and they'll drive you 200 miles to the south. And then they'll spin the bus around about 7 times and then make you get out and you walk.
I'm sure Pelosi and Schumer are going to think that's not moral.
Yeah, most people are not going to find that moral. But
I'll vote for it.
But I'm totally kidding. Do we need the wall? Yes. Please. Do we need the wall everywhere? No.
Oh man, this. I've said to a couple. I've said it to you. I've said it to our buddy Johnny Simo. Like, American politics has got to be a joke in the world arena.
It is,
on the block. Like, people from other countries got to be watching this and going, this huge experiment of self-governing is blowing up in these assholes' face. Fucking almost 300 years later.
Oh, to hear the Canadians talk about it, like those Americans, eh?
Well, and the Canadians got a lot of the same issues we do. The Canadians got a big movement to be pro-gun and this and that, much like our Second Amendment.
Well, in the pot that they just voted in is starting to go to hell in a handbasket.
Oh yeah, that's a fucking joke to watch.
Shit up in Vancouver.
My
God, it went from simple to difficult to now it's just going to be.
Where do you sit on this latest video? I apparently, at least when we're recording this, is the latest video of this kid from the Catholic school in the MAGA hat and the elder from the Indian tribe. Where do you sit on that deal?
Okay, when I first saw the clip on the news, and I will be first to say that I'm sorry that I did not wait till the whole thing came out.
Oh, so when you saw the initial clip,
I was pissed at the kid. I was like, "How fucking dare you? How fucking dare you come up and taunt not only a Native American, but how do you come up and taunt a veteran? Yeah, that's not the way that goes. Shame on you, you 16-year-old little shit." And then the whole story came out where it was the Native American veteran who brought himself up to the kid, as well as other factions that came through and ridiculed him as well. So, and the kid just stood his ground and smiled.
Well, the thing I look at in that whole deal is the big